welcome to the Wise Take DFS podcast. I am your host, CK013. You can find me on Twitter at CK_013, and I'm joined once again by one of Wise Take's finest DFS analysts, Mr. CashinDFS, the ever so popular CashinDFS. You can find him on Twitter at CashinDFS. Cash, my man. Busy weekend for you. We had the golf sweats going. We had NASCAR going. NBA in between it all. How'd you make out on this Sunday? On Sunday.
Pretty much. I mean, I won a little bit, but pretty much break even. I lost some money in NASCAR. Lost FanDuel golf. DK golf was real good.
I know that. It's funny that you broke even because so many people won off of your advice.
I mean, I won a little bit, but I call it break even. I win.
No, I know. Shake and bake, not first or last. I get it. But we did have we had a screenshot in the PGA chat over at Wise Take. One of the nation members that had access to the golf package took down the the $3 3-entry max for. Well, in total they won almost $600. I know that, like $570, something like that. But various screenshots. Saw a bunch of screenshots going. Saw a bunch of Twitter screenshots. I know golf did really well, and then same thing for NASCAR, man. I know Tommy SB did well. Sounds like again another successful weekend, man. Right?
Well, I looked in the NASCAR chat, and there was guys winning.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I lost a little bit. I had too much McMurray.
Yeah. He's the guy that wrecked, right? He got into that crash.
Yeah, like I was doing real well, and then he hit the wall, and like I told you, my money it came down a lot right then, and then it just kept dwindling. Every single time I opened it up, it was less and less and less. I'm like, oh my God, just in the race, please.
I get like that in basketball.
But yeah, it was the 3-entry max, the $3 3-entry max.
Yeah, man. 2,000
plus people or whatever, 2,000 something you got first.
Yeah, man. Nation doing it big. That's what we'd like to see. We're going to keep it going. We got some NBA to address today, man. Pretty good size slate. Not too big, not too small. Just right. I'm excited to break it down, which you got a lot of value right out the gate. I have a feeling it's going to be a high-scoring slate, and that's going to happen if the value chalk hits. We know that the Memphis is super thin at the point guard position. Tyreek Evans still out. Andrew Harrison's still out. And Mario Chalmers has also been ruled out. So they literally have, I think, McLemore and Kobe Simmons, as far as I know. And
they gotta be calling somebody up.
Exactly, gotta be calling somebody up. So we'll see. There's other injuries that we're waiting on too on that team. A few other guys that are questionable. So that team could be really, really thin, and that's going to provide a lot of value.
I mean, it's been like this with Memphis for seems like months now.
Yeah. Definitely. It just what happens when a team just like that's the true definition of tanking. It's like it's like that's how it's done right there. No questions asked. We just say guys are hurt, or we just get our guys hurt, whatever. Like no questions asked about Memphis. You know what I mean? It's also Monday is going to be Larry Nance chalk day. Real chalk day. Like he's going to be starting for Tristan Thompson, who's already been ruled out. This should be interesting. He's going to be matched up with Andre Drummond down low at the 5. Should be fun to watch, right? On both ends, I think. Any thoughts on Larry Nance chalk day? Does that sound appealing to you?
Not necessarily. I've been playing him, but not as chalk. Oh man, the dude ain't played. The dude hasn't even stepped on the court. Oh, Ante Zizic.
Yeah, but he's there.
He's there, and he's big.
He's big. He's the only other. He's the only other guy that can play 5. With Drummond there, right?
Yeah.
He's the only other guy. Who else?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's it.
They have nobody else.
Kevin Love is still obviously out.
Yeah, they don't have nobody like Jeff Green.
I think Jeff Green is out. Matter of fact, I thought.
Oh yeah, it says out.
He's actually out.
Yeah, like that's it. That's all they got is Larry Nance and Zizic or whatever the hell his name is, and LeBron James. And LeBron James, while he can play center, he can play, but he's not playing center against Drummond.
No,
I mean, that's not gonna work.
No. Plus, they got Blake. He's got to deal with potentially.
Hell yeah. I love.
Whew, it's interesting. We'll go position by position as we normally do, and when we get there, I'll be excited to talk about it. But I want to hear the story. I feel like when we go position by position, we're learning a story, piece by piece, and you put together all these puzzles. It's a phenomenal thing. Don't mind me. Anyway, Cash, let's do what we do. I know you're gonna look at FanDuel. I'm gonna keep an eye on DraftKings. Start me off with point guards. Obviously, it's a first look. Take me down to around the 6K range, as we normally do.
Oh man, when I was riding DeJounte Murray at the beginning of the year, I never thought on a 7-game slate he'd be the number 3 point guard as far as price. Wow. Damian Lillard. How the hell can anybody not like Damian Lillard? What is his price over there on DK?
Dame dollar on DraftKings is 9.7.
Dropping dimes. That's the greatest commercial in the history of TV with him and Kevin Love. But I mean, you gotta love him. Oh, he's gonna be popular. How much did you say it was? How much?
9.7.
But he's a little more expensive over there.
Against
on FanDuel. Like this dude should be very popular.
FanDuel, you said?
9.4.
Oh wow, against Lonzo Ball.
In Los Angeles.
Yeah. Hollywood.
Yeah.
You see,
I like that.
Kobe Bryant. Did you see? I don't know if you saw. What was it? The Oscars that was tonight? Did you? No, you didn't see it. But
skip shit like that.
Yeah, I didn't watch it, but I did see on Twitter that Kobe Bryant somehow won an Oscar for his that. Remember his retirement video? Remember with that little video where like it's like a drawing and like it's him throughout his life or whatever. Apparently, that won an Oscar for best short story. You know, I mean, I would imagine the guy who gets credit is the guy who made that, but he's up there. He got the actual Oscar. He made a speech from what I didn't see it, but I saw on Twitter. And Kobe Bryant. I just want to say this: Kobe Bryant is a certified gangster. You know what I mean? Like certified. He's not even in the NBA anymore. He wasn't even in a movie. Like he didn't even have to act. Like The Rock had to act to get some stuff. Like you see all these guys trying to transition to acting to like. He didn't even have to do anything. He just had to retire, and he got like, you know what I mean? Like, wow. I mean, you want to talk about like a guy that's got it like that? You know, Kobe Bryant has got it like that.
When he was holding his little kid celebrating the Philadelphia Eagles winning the Super Bowl, he wasn't no gangster then. He jumped around like a little schoolboy. I liked it. I mean, I like the enthusiasm, but he wasn't no gangster then.
No, he was not.
And then his old lady's like, "Shh, don't scare her. He's like, we won the Super Bowl. We effing won the Super Bowl.
Man, the dude is like, LA is just obsessed with this guy, and like he can do whatever he wants. He can cheer for whatever team he wants. I know he's from Philly, he's an Eagles fan, but like he can do whatever he wants, and like that's how you know you're a gangster. You could not be a gangster on camera celebrating a different team's talent, and they'll still give you an Oscar when you're Kobe Bryant, just cause. But yeah, I'm with you on Dame. Talk to me about the rest, man.
I love Dame. I like Kyrie because he's been playing so well, but probably not for me today. Murray, probably the same thing. Eric Bledsoe has been playing well, but he played a ton of minutes today. He has 2 straight 40s, and then a 35, a 38, 31, 54, 37, 33, 46, 42, 40, with 124 in there. At 7-3, you gotta like that. Against Indiana, a team he just put up almost 42 against. That one was at home. This one is on the road. I like that. Lonzo Ball, probably not, because I got Goran Dragic. Who is Goran Dragic playing today? He's playing the Phoenix effing Suns. When they played in Phoenix, I was all in, and he was sucking like before that game, and he was sucking after that game, and I was all in that day. I'm gonna have me some Goran Dragic. Probably won't be all in because it's not in Phoenix, but that doesn't matter. He wants to put it on them. I like Goran Dragic a lot. Elf Payton, he did it for me. What was that, Friday? Said it, man. Dude is gonna go off one of these days. He got a 53. Did they get blowed out today?
Who?
The Suns.
No.
Because I know Booker didn't have a good game, and he didn't get 30
No,
minutes for the first time.
Elf and Warren both had that game came down to the wire, 112, 113. Elf and Warren had big games, and then Marquise Chris had a pretty big game. For his price.
Yeah, I mean he had a lot of fantasy points, but he only got 29 minutes, which he might have been in foul trouble.
Probably.
That's why his minutes was a little limited.
Most likely, that's his MO.
But I'll be playing Elfrid Payton every day for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And unless it's some terrible matchup, if they're not going to raise his price, like he was more expensive in Orlando when he wasn't even getting the minutes. And now he's getting the minutes just every day. He's an everyday play. I'll be playing him every day just because he has massive, massive upside. Massive. And that's probably it. I'm not going to go to Isaiah Thomas, even though he is taking a lot of shots. What did he do? He's still playing the minutes, even with Ball coming back.
Yeah, like I think if Ingram is out, he's shown that he's just going to keep shooting. You know what I mean?
Ingram missed the last game. He missed today.
Right.
Yeah.
So like if Ingram misses again, then Isaiah Thomas is I think more appealing because it's just another guy that's going to when he's on the court, he's just going to shoot. Like it's.
Yeah, but probably not for me.
Yeah.
But he's not a bad play because he's going to shoot.
What's his price over there?
It's $6K.
Oh.
He's 6'1".
Yeah, I don't particularly love it, but how you like your up a little bit? It's like, you know.
Yeah, how you like your boy, Ricky Rubio?
Ricky Rubio, man. What's
the Magic?
Oh, Ricky Rubio against the Magic, huh? Ricky Rubio, you best. You know what? He seems to be coming out of his little slump, and if he's going to be the usage is starting to come back up. It's not quite as high, but starting to come back up. Man, put up a 50 burger last year against Orlando. That was against Elf, but as we've discussed, Orlando's actually worse defensively without Elf. So I could do it, man. He's 6'5" on DraftKings. What is he on FanDuel over there?
7'1". Same as Elf.
Oh man, but how are you not gonna Elf, man? Elf is just.
I know, and Goran Dragic is 7'2".
Oh, but you know what? If I was doing multiple lineups, which I probably will tomorrow, I'd get some exposure to him as well. You know.
And Eric Bledsoe, I just listed off Eric Bledsoe's fantasy points for however long, and he's only 7'3".
Yeah,
so
7K on DraftKings.
Only 200 more.
He's just hitting 40 on the regular. He took
18 shots. Every day he's having big games.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't rule him out.
But the one thing that does scare me a little bit is that he played so many minutes today. But I mean, it doesn't scare me why I wouldn't play him. It's just maybe he has an off day today.
Yeah, it's pretty deep, man. You could make a case for a lot of these guys because even Chris Dunn, they can make a case for Chris Dunn. He got 34 minutes against Dallas, so he finally broke over that, the 30s. Put up a 41 against DSJ. The usage around 20, so it wasn't too great, but 12 shot attempts. We're starting to see it seem like it creep up a little bit here.
Every single point guard on FanDuel above 6, I could play really, except Isaiah Thomas and DeJounte Murray is my least favorite.
How much is Murray?
But they're still playable too. He's 7'7", and that's why I don't want to play him. Because Memphis is terrible, and I don't know.
What's the price that you would play Murray at? Is there a price on DraftKings? He's 6'4". Would you play him there?
Oh yeah.
7'7" is insane. Don't get me wrong. He can go for 50. It's just, you don't even know.
Yeah, but
if he's
in this matchup,
he just played 23 minutes in his last game. You have no idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he has to be playing well, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe Pop leaves him in the game if it turns to a blowout. Because Mills, I know he's not going to play Tony Parker. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just don't want to pay that price. Not against Memphis. Right. Maybe if he was playing Cleveland or something like that. Or
yeah, I hear you.
The Warriors or something. Some good team where I know he needs to play well.
Right. All right, let's move it on down to Value Town because we still got to talk about the value situation with Memphis and other stuff. But yeah, above 6K on both sites is loaded so far. What do you see down there?
Ish Smith sucks.
Oh my God! Don't even get me started. That 2 days in a row. Two.
You played him?
Oh my gosh, I did. Oh. Man, dude, that guy. And like the worst part, like, you know what's terrible is when you have a lot of exposure to a guy that that does terrible and you still made money that night. Because that just tells you. You know, that just tells you like how much money he cost you that night. Like, yeah, okay, you're fortunate, you're lucky that you cashed even with a high exposure to a shitty player like him. But at the end, but you know what I'm saying, like. Anyway, as you were saying about Ish Smith.
Yeah, no, he sucks. I wouldn't play him.
I can't do it anymore, man.
Hey, look at that. Hey, man, you remember on the show on Friday, I said DJ Augustine against Detroit at 4-9 has 40-point upside?
Yeah. And he literally...
Dude almost got there.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, DJ.
I
don't know if nobody listened to me when I said that, but...
He did pretty well the next day, too. I mean, he didn't go for 40, but he did pretty well. He's still too cheap, I think.
Oh, yeah, he is. If he plays well, he's going to play minutes.
Yeah. But against Rubio, too.
I mean, I kind of like George Hill, but with him, it's going to probably either be really good or really bad. Like, I don't know. It's tough, but I like the matchup for him. And he could have a big game here. I would rather play Patty Mills than Murray, but I don't think I want to play him either. DJ Augustine is okay. Rozier, if you want a low-owned dude. Maybe they blow out Chicago. Maybe he comes in and has a big fourth quarter. But I really need an injury for him, most likely, for me to have. I think I'm going to get the major upside. The way that Ish Smith plays, he's just so god awful. It makes me like Bikes.
Yeah.
But he has had 2 mediocre games in a row after having 2 very good ones. But I mean, I'd rather pay the price for him than he's such garbage.
Yeah.
Has Tyler Eulis been playing?
No, he didn't play today. I know that. I think he's a healthy. They just haven't been playing him.
Hasn't played at all.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, it seems like the Memphis guys that we might be looking at aren't actually at the point guard position on either side. So based off the value that we have available to us and how deep the point guards were above, it seems like maybe shooting guard is going to be the spot where we try to do some of the punting and take advantage of the value and just makes sense to kind of pay up for not when I say pay up, I just mean like the guys that we were talking about above the 6K range that we liked. Seems like just take 2 of those dudes, right? Because like a bunch of them. Just take 2 of those dudes and use the value at the positions where they are. We'll get into that when we go over to value time shooting guards. But for now, Cash, talk to me about shooting guards above the 6K range on FanDuel.
Man, the way I see it right now, point guard is going to be important tomorrow because there's going to be some of these dudes that have big games.
Yeah, some of them are going to bust.
You're going to want to get them right. Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Talk to me about some shooting guards.
Your boy, Devin Booker, finally had a normal game today. He only took 18 shots. It's like a normal basketball player.
T.J. Warren,
instead of 35.
T.J. Warren took an absurd amount of shots today.
Love T.J.
Me
Warren.
too.
I love Booker too. Yeah. I love Elf.
Yeah,
I love all these
Phoenix
guys.
is slowly becoming one of my favorite DFS. I mean, always one of your favorite DFS teams to target against, but like they're becoming one of your favorite ones to play. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, man.
But I mean, the price is down. I like Devin Booker because I don't see him coming out shooting 18 shots again. I've seen him coming out and shooting and getting up there to 28 and 29 like he has been. So I'll probably take the savings for Booker over Oladipo, which I know Oladipo had a big game today, but I don't think that people play him when they could get the savings. So probably going to be lower owned. He has 2 53-point games in the last 3. the one game that he's playing Milwaukee today, he had a 42, which that wouldn't kill you in 9-5, but maybe he has a better game today and gets you in the 50s. Donovan Mitchell. Wish I could lower price just a little bit back down. But I've been playing him. Against the Magic, I don't hate it. CJ McCollum has been playing well. He always see that he had a big game against OKC, and Dame kind of didn't. That's why you can't play them together.
Mm-hmm.
Only in certain special circumstances. I see this as a Dame day to day, but you never know. Like maybe Ball guards McCollum and they put KCP on Dame and like switch it up. Or if Dame is balling, just leave KCP on him or just leave him on him altogether. And then McCollum could go off. So if you want to fade Dame that's going to be popular and hope KC kind of slows him down a little bit, I like CJ McCollum. Chris freaking Middleton. This is the game that I was hoping Big D was going to miss. And I was going to be all in Chris Middleton. I did not play Chris Middleton. I wish I did, because he went for 40-5 against Indiana. Oh, it pissed me off. I like him. I don't love him. I do like KCP. KCP is rejuvenated. Finally, after going to his little two-way, whatever the hell, work release, jail crap. Man, he just put up 44 against the Spurs. Oh, gosh, 45 is another 40. Oh my God!
Take a look at KCP's game logs and try to guess the one day that I played him recently.
What? They played Miami, huh? I had him that day too, but I've had some of these other ones
exactly.
Well.
Yeah,
like,
I missed these. Yeah. I don't know what got into this dude, but he's playing out of his mind right now.
Yeah, he's balling, and he should play I should play a bunch of minutes because of those two guards on the other side. And they stagger their minutes. So normally always one of Dame or McCollum is on the court.
Yeah. And of course, Josh Hart is out still. So and if Ingram misses, it's just one more, that means they're gonna need him more offensively.
More shots. Right. More shots to go around.
Yes.
And probably not Evan Fournier today. Why would I play Evan Fournier when I could play KCP at home against Portland? It's just don't do it.
Yeah. On DraftKings, I'm not in love with anybody up top, man. I think all the guys are kind of expensive. Depot and Booker both on back ends of back-to-backs. Plus, Booker's in a matchup against a good defensive team. Mitchell is 8-1. I guess in a game stack scenario, I could see it, but it's expensive to me. McCollum, I love the shot attempts I'm seeing. The problem is that's a regular thing for him, and that kind of shows you how bad of a player, how bad of a shooter he actually is. You know what I'm saying? When you consider the guy takes about 20 shots a game every time, when Booker takes 25 to 27, we flip. We go, oh wow, we got to play Booker. When McCollum plays, if you look at his game logs, he always takes around 20 shots. He just only makes about 7 usually. You know what I mean?
He's been bad this year.
Yeah, he's been bad this year.
He's not normally
he's gone for way less. He's had way less huge games this year. Last year, he would have gone these streaks where he would have these monster games of 50, and he just hasn't really done that too much this year. So
I don't know. It's weird because last year and the year before, he was just played better. He's not really playing well this year.
No, he's definitely not. But the shot attempts are there, and so what that means is if he's having a good shooting day like he did against OKC, he's got big upside. But for a first look, I just 7-7 on DraftKings because he had a big game. I don't know. Before that, it's nothing but 30s, and that's not doing it. Middleton's the guy. He kind of burned me today a little bit. I was high on Middleton today against the Sixers because he crushed them twice. I know one of those games Giannis was out for, but still, he was in the 7s. I figured he'd give me a 40. He didn't. He sucked. He even at one point, I think he had to go to the locker room and drop a deuce because He never designated an injury. I got a notification that he went to the locker room. I was like, okay. And then he came back and he went into the game a little bit later. And then they never really said anything. So usually that means dude was taking care of business, dropping kids at the pool, whichever way you want to say it. But he's 7-1 on DraftKings. So he's the guy that's the most appealing to me so far. And if I'm not going to do that, what's that?
No, how much is Booker?
Booker is 8-6.
See, I like him better on FanDuel 8-2.
Oh, yeah. FanDuel on 8-2 is very attractive. 8-6, though, it's like that's going to do some things. And like I'm going to have the money, but this is also a position where I know I'm going to have value at. So it's like, are these pay-ups worth it for me to potentially take away a couple spots where I can play guys that have a higher likelihood of getting me a 6 or 7 or 8 or 9x? You know what I mean? So like that's why I'm not a fan of it. But Middleton I could be sold on. Aside from that, on DraftKings, you can play a lot of these point guards there. Like Zach LaVine is 6'6". I don't love it, but I don't mind it. 6'6" is a pretty good price, I think, for his upside. Chris Dunn is 6'5". He's shooting guard eligible. You can play Bledsoe here. So like DraftKings, you have that flexibility. So I definitely don't think that like I'm gonna have too much exposure to the guys up top unless we hear some crazy news that their projections go up. But take me down to Value Town, Cash. What you see down there?
Why the hell didn't Wayne Selden play against the Magic?
I don't know. I almost forgot he was dead to the nation until Paulie reminded me. I asked about him one day, and Paulie was like, dude, he's dead to the nation. I forgot all about that. And he is still dead to the nation. I don't care how thin they are.
Well, what I was about to say is that under normal circumstances, when you have chalk cheap dudes, like when one guy is missing, like one star player is missing, but the usage is still going to go to the better players. And you know what I mean? And the chalk guy has a good possibility of busting, the cheap chalk dude. That's when I love, like if there's two of them at shooting guard today that I think has a very good chance of busting, I will go up to the top. And I will try to find those dudes that's going to go off and be so far ahead of the field they have no chance of catching me with any other position they got.
You want to like raw points them out.
Yeah, just smash them if their two value dudes bust. But it's a different situation because there's nobody on the court. Like Marcus Gasol could maybe take it away, but he's been such a giant, enormous wet pea this year that it might just like Ben McLemore has been balling 2 games in a row. And I want to know why Wayne Selden didn't play 1 minute last game. Because
he was hurt.
He just came back the day before.
Yeah, but he's got
got hurt again.
He's got a knee issue, so they're just like being cautious with him. Wade Selden.
What?
Yeah, he's just. He only played 10 minutes on Friday, and then they said he still wasn't well enough to play again. But it's a knee thing though, for sure.
So why did we bring him back if he was not well enough to play?
I don't know. I see what you're saying. Yeah, that was just stupid. Like, why did he even play 10 minutes? Obviously, if he wasn't ready, he wasn't ready.
Yeah, no. Yeah. So who is the other Memphis guard?
I would think McLemore is going to get some run, right? Like,
oh yeah, he's going to get lots of it, as much as he can handle.
DraftKings already jacked his price up to 45, and Kobe Simmons should be like the chalk, right? Like he's the cheap guy, so he should be the one. He's 3.7 on DraftKings. You know what he is on
3.7?
Yeah, so he's going to be your value chalk. His usage has been great, honestly, for his price. He doesn't usually play big minutes, but his usage in the minutes he's played, even though his game logs suck, a fat one. The usage is there in those game logs. 22, 23, and 26 in his last 3 games. The problem is the minutes, 22, 14, 19. But if we're in a situation where he's going to play a ton, it's going to be very hard to pass it up. So you're already kind of getting the cash game build in your head. You know, Nance is going to be very popular. You can block with Nance. And then you got a guy like Kobe Simmons, I think. And potentially on DraftKings, I think we'll see both of those guys, Kobe and McLemore, extremely popular. So, but on FanDuel, I think Kobe Simmons is definitely going to be the guy because she's cheaper. How much is McLemore over there? Is he cheap too?
He's only 4.2.
Right. So yeah,
I would much rather play McLemore.
Yeah, because
to be honest with you, I've never even seen this a-hole play, so I don't even know what I'm rostering because I've never watched him play, and I would like to be able to watch a dude before I roster a dude. And I just know McLemore has upside, and I don't think I'm going to play this guy.
I think I like on DraftKings, I might have to play like all of them because like the last Memphis slate, I'm like I didn't want too many of the guys, and that ended up being the mistake. It was like on DraftKings, you had to have like all the Memphis guys. You had to have freaking Jermichael Green, Chalmers. You had to have like all the Deontay, not Deontay Davis, the other one, Jarrell Martin. You had to have all those guys, and so I could see that
on DraftKings.
Right.
It's a little different because you gotta.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's very different. Like you have to use your money a little more wisely. Like I was saying, me and Paulie would talk about on the live stream. Like one of the reasons that Stars and Scrubs work so well on FanDuel is because everybody is overpriced. Like FanDuel intentionally, like their prices are always higher. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like a guy might be like 7-1 on DraftKings. He's probably going to be another like $600-700 more on FanDuel. That's just the standard. So, that's why these Stars and Scrubs method on FanDuel is usually so important. It's the only way you can afford to get those guys that have the raw point ceilings. But yeah, man.
So on FanDuel, you would expect McLemore to be more popular than Simmons.
I would expect if he's announced as the starter, yes, I would expect that. Because I mean, it's only like it's $500, so I don't think it's enough to where people go crazy. It's not like we have Westbrook, and we do have LeBron and Drummond and company. So, but. I can see
I'd much rather play
where,
McLemore.
Yeah. I think more people would rather play McLemore. He's just been around more. People know who he is. But on DraftKings, I think people are gonna play both, and I think Kobe's gonna be the one that's more popular because he's cheaper. He's he's significantly cheaper.
Like if Memphis wasn't missing everybody, I would fade both.
Oh, of course, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's hard to you're gonna need you want at least one of those.
Yeah, you
gotta play at least one of them.
You just can't. And like sometimes when these situations happen, people get frustrated and they just don't like here's a situation where you can't. If for some reason we get news on Miami tomorrow, like Tyler Johnson and all these guys are out, and like two more guys on top of that are out. Winslow's out, and that's the only way you can really avoid these situations like over the long run and skip these guys is if there's another team that replaces them. But if there's not, you just kind of have to you got to do what you got to do, and you got to eat the chalk and play them. Like, only because they're cheap. If they're expensive, you can always fade that. But when they're cheap, you don't really have a choice because even in a blowout, they need guys to play. They can't just stop the game. You know what I'm saying? So no matter what, the guys are going to play.
There's nobody else there. There's no other guard. There's no guard left.
There's nobody.
That's it. They're gonna call up a G League or two, but
they'll get like some super garbage time. But that's about it.
Yeah, there's just nobody left. They have to play. Yeah. They have to play as many minutes as they can handle, as long as the game stays within reach.
Right. Exactly.
But I do like Dwayne Wade. He is playing Phoenix.
Yes.
So I like that, and he had a bad game, so people hopefully. Dwayne Wade sucks again.
His use is insane, man. His use is insane.
Yeah, he just dominates once he comes into the game. He just dominates the second game.
It really is incredible, man. Wow.
I like Dwayne Wade. Good amount. He's under 5K still. He's just too cheap.
Oh gosh.
Too cheap. I like him a lot.
Do you need those guys to be out again, or you like them anyway?
I still like him. It doesn't even matter. I would rather him play. I just want to keep his ownership low because he could pop off. Like, he could just go absolutely ballistic in very limited minutes.
I think they're both going to be out for the record. I know you don't care, but I think they're both going to be out because neither of them practice yet.
I'd rather them play.
Well, hopefully they don't play, but they don't say anything about it.
Oh, they're going to say something, believe me.
Every time.
If I didn't like Dwayne Wade, if I didn't like him, if I was going to roster him, they wouldn't say a damn word. I really like him. I'm like, I'm going to play the hell out of this guy. I'm just be a snake in the weeds. Always. Oh, boom. Dwayne Wade starting. Dwayne Wade's going to play 35 minutes on the dot.
Every time.
No, but I like Dwayne Wade a lot. You could pick between one of those Cleveland dudes, but yeah. And Ben McLemore, and then you got Kobe Simmons. Is Troy Daniels still playing minutes?
No. Well, 14, 15 his last two. Before that, he was getting a good run, but
I want those 26, 28 minutes. No, I'm not gonna mess with that. That's probably it.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, like I said, you just really can't get away from some of the value because even if like thou who shall not be named, say Wayne Selden, who's dead to the nation, even if he does play, He's got a bad knee. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, they don't got nobody. Let's move it over to small forwards, Cash, 6K and above. What do you see?
LeBron James.
Yeah.
I was going through his game logs for the show. Dude has not scored under 50 points since beginning of February. February 6th against my sorry-ass Orlando Magic. He got a 41. Every day since then, he has over 50 fantasy points. So you know what that means? You put him in your cash lineup. He is the second guy in your cash lineup after, or third guy or whatever after these cheap chalk dudes. You plug those in, and you plug in this ugly SOB right here. You do not fade LeBron James today in cash. He is a 100% lock in cash, and he is a good tournament play too because he has major floor. Like, oh, he has a floor. Let me tell you. Is he fadeable? Of course he is because he's 12-5. And what I hope is that people see Big D's game today and maybe they want to play him and save the $1,200 and not play LeBron. Well, I got news for you. Big D's floor is not the same because he can go out and have a 25 like he did last week or a week and a half ago. Played terrible against, what was that, Detroit or somebody. He was just god-awful and then got hurt. Put LeBron James in your cash lineup. It's easy. Okay, now I need to go see what TJ Warren did today.
Oh, TJ. Oh, yeah. He did the dirty.
Basketball Sundays.
He was chalky as hell, but I don't care. I played him anyway, and he did his thing.
Nah, man, you got to get some assists and more rebounds, you ass. He had 35 real life points, dude, but got 38 fantasy.
He should have gone for like 60 today. He took 26 shots, and he made 16 of them.
0 blocks, 0 steals, too.
He just did nothing but score. Dude. Like, that is pathetic. Now, he was 6'4" on DraftKings, so he did what he had to do for me, so I was grateful. But in reality, like, when you step back, like, what was that, man? Like, come on, man.
Oh, man, he did it earlier to me in the year. I had a nice lineup going, and he was playing well, and he didn't do anything but score. He had he got 1 rebound in, like, the last minute of the game. 0. So he had 1 rebound, which I counted as 0 because he got in the last minute. And then he had 0 assists, 0 blocks, 0 steals, 0 everything except points. So annoying. But if he had a big game today, he's probably fading me a while. And then I'll go to Josh Richardson. I like Josh Richardson. Winslow is out? You said Winslow missed
the
last game?
Winslow is not out. I was just speaking hypothetically earlier. Winslow's actually playing well. He's played two good games in a row, actually. He's been taking advantage of those guys being out.
I like both of them.
Yeah.
Like anybody playing against Phoenix, really.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm with you on LeBron James. Just like in tournaments, you can always make a case to fade him just because of his price. But on in cash games, it makes no sense to just play him. It's a great way to start. On DraftKings, he's under 12K. He's 11.7. Still pretty damn expensive. But I know we don't talk about cash often, but that's a guy you just squeeze him in. Aside from there, obviously at DraftKings you have the flexibility to play some of these guys. I think this might be where I would utilize a guy like Chris Middleton, who's 7-1. We talked about him at shooting guard, but I also mentioned that there's some value guys that I need to play that's over there. So maybe a small forward is a place where I can play some of those guys that I wanted to. Josh Richardson's the next guy that pops out. I would imagine he's going to pop on some models, especially if Tyler Johnson and Ellington are both ruled out again. We'll have to get that news. But even if not, he's obviously a big part of the team. I would imagine they're going to be using him pretty heavily between Booker and Warren, and even
Oh yeah, they want his defense.
Yes, so I think it's a really good spot for him on both sides. He's 6'3" on DraftKings, so a little bit of a price increase. But like I said, I think it's okay, especially if those guys are out again. Aside from that, I mean, what are your thoughts on a guy like Josh Jackson, man? Like he really crapped the bed against Atlanta today, did not do well. But before that, the guy's just having monster games, and like he gets minutes when you don't think, like, for a 6-man kind of guy, like he's doing it. But it's Miami though. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the one huge game was when Warren was out, and that was just easy. That was easy. Mm-hmm. He went for over 50 that day. But I haven't been playing him since Booker came back.
Yeah, I haven't been playing him really.
Minutes just gone away, and I just. Ugh. Hmm.
I don't know. I'll tell you what.
Maybe, I might like him more than I like Warren today.
Yeah, I'm not too big on Warren myself. I can see people chasing that a little bit today. Oh man, Warren is 6'1". His price went backwards. Oh.
6'7", yeah.
Oh man. Okay, I take that back. Warren is a lot more intriguing at 6'1". Especially if he plays some 4. We've seen Miami struggle against these guys a little bit. I just don't like the back-to-back. You know what I mean? Like, he's not going to take another 20. It's unlikely he's going to take another 20-something shots, right?
Yeah, I don't see him having a big game after just having a big game.
Exactly, and they're in a pace-down spot, too.
Brandon Ingram ain't going to play.
You don't think so? If they don't play, that's great. Because
no way.
You know what?
He's not going to.
I'm glad you say that, because KCP on DraftKings is now small forward eligible. You can play him at the small forward slot. That's looking pretty good right now. He's 5'9" over there. That's looking pretty good. Take me down to Value Town, Cash. What do you see?
Nwaba. He's going to start, I don't know, maybe a couple more games, and then he's going to go to the bench for some odd reason. Who the hell knows what they're doing in Chicago, but get a notification. Nwaba's going to start 5 more games. I'm like, okay, are we future tellers here? Is he going to get hurt in that 5th game, or what the hell is going on? What in the hell?
Are we telling the future?
We just limit, dude. Like, dude, you got 5 more games to start. Then you're going to go to the bench. We're going to put this asshole in, and he's going to start 10 games. And it's just so dumb. It just makes no sense. But he's going to start today. He's only 5'3". I like him. He has upside. He has downside. That's my kind of play. Valentine. Ugh. I'd rather play Nwaba. Reggie Bullock. Man, Reggie Bullock couldn't miss when he was playing the Magic. I like Reggie Bullock. I like Reggie Bullock a good amount. Against Cleveland, like, the defense is still awful. James Ennis, hell no. I was just playing him at min price for, like, I don't know, 3-4 games in a row. Now he's 4-4. Hell no. Did you see that Rudy Gay game? Oh boy. 24 minutes against New Orleans. Did you see that? That was wow.
3 blocks.
That's what playing against New Orleans will do for you. Dylan Brooks. Somebody's gonna have to score the basketball in Memphis, other than Marc Gasol. I like that. Jonathan Simmons is so freaking cheap. Jonathan Simmons has been so freaking bad. And I like Justice Winslow too, because they're gonna need him and Richardson's defense. Both of them are very good defenders. They're gonna need it for Warren, Jackson, Booker, and that's it.
Yeah, James Ennis in the 4s on FanDuel. I get it. On DraftKings though, he's 3-4. So I think on DraftKings, you could definitely still go there. Right, I'm with you on FanDuel.
Yeah, I've been playing him at min price.
Yeah. It's Cleveland. He's been getting 30-plus minutes. One of them was overtime, one of them wasn't. And, it's LeBron. So I'm with it. I also like Bullock, like you said. He's a guy that's pretty scoring dependent, but actually, no, lately he's been doing a lot more. He's been getting a lot of peripherals lately. I like what I'm seeing from Bullock. His usage rate has been higher. His minutes are up. I do like that. On FanDuel, I definitely think you play Bullock over Ennis, like for sure.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like without a doubt. If they're that close in price, like I like the way Bullock's playing. Aside from that, I mean, I think you pretty much covered everyone. Again, it's on DraftKings a little bit differently. Dillon Brooks, of course. I wouldn't be surprised if Kobe, if it doesn't work out with Kobe and what's his name, if they're playing terrible, I wouldn't be surprised if they let Dillon Brooks run the offense a little bit at times. So he's just another body. They don't have anybody. They have no choice. So I could see a situation.
I like Dillon Brooks.
Yeah, I do.
And a sneaky play for me is Bogdanovich in Indiana.
Bogdan
playing major minutes again.
What's his price over there?
He's 4-7.
He's 5-6 on DraftKings. DraftKings is on to
it.
it already.
No. Hell.
Yeah, DraftKings is on to it already, though.
But he's been playing major minutes. Yeah. He's playing against Milwaukee, so he should see some open shots. Right. He's at home. I mean, I don't think nobody's going there today, and I think that's a good tournament play that just nobody's going to have.
Right.
Or not many's going to have.
Yeah, I like it. I do. All right, Cass, let's move it over to power forwards. What do you see?
I got one more thing to look at. Maurice Harkless. Oh, no, he's a game-time decision. Damn, so I'm not going to get that. Not going to get that news because I could take a shot on Evan Turner against the Lakers. He's going to get 30 minutes if Maurice Harkless ain't going to play. But probably not going to know that. LaMarcus Aldridge killed me the other day. He's such a P. I really wish you would go behind a curtain and never come back. Oh, God, you killed me so bad. Blake Griffin. I like Blake Griffin again. I played him two games in a row at 7-4. The price went up to 8. I'll play it again. It's Cleveland. He should see him some LeBron James defense, and I love that personally. Julius Randle has been really, really good. I've been playing him as well. Against Portland, I can play him again. Definitely can play him again. I like that. And it's about damn time and moving him back to power forward. Oh, my God. Because he's been taking on my center spot. It's been pissing me off. Bobby Portis, no. You just told me that Bobby Portis played a bunch of minutes. Hell no. I'm good. Aaron Gordon, oh, my God. Oh. Aaron Gordon is too cheap.
How much is he?
But it's against Utah. 7-3.
He's $7K on DraftKings.
Oh. See, I just wish I wouldn't even have seen his name. I don't want to play him. I know he can go out and get a 50. I mean, Derek Favors. They're gonna this. I see this. Derek Favors just has no chance against this kid. None. Derek Favors can't stay in front of a slow dude, an unathletic dude. There's no way he can stay in front of Aaron Gordon. This is going to be a Crowder game, in my opinion. But that's kind of cheap for me, man. I know it's Utah. I know it's slow. They're going to slow him down. But if he's making his shot, man, he could go off. JaMychal Green, if everybody's going to be out, he's a good play, too. John Henson. How much is John Henson on DK? 4 or 5?
Henson. Oh, is he center only now? Yeah, he's center only now. He is 4.8. You know what it's gonna be? That 4.8 to 4. He's gonna be like anywhere from 4.4 to 4.8. He's always gonna be there on DraftKings.
Yeah, no. He was at 4 or 5 like every day I was looking. He's finally back above that.
That's his thing.
But no, JaMychal Green. But if he's gonna be chalk, I'll fade it.
How much is JaMychal Green on FanDuel?
6-1.
Oh, wow. He's 6.8 on DraftKings. I can't play him.
So much better play.
Yeah. 6-1 is feasible. You know what I mean? 6.8 is like, whoa. Like if he doesn't go for 40, then what?
I bet people that was playing on FanDuel that day would have wished they could have had some of that Memphis.
Oh yeah, man.
Some of that Memphis value, because he was one of them and he almost got 50.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Monster.
That's it.
Yeah, I think looking at DraftKings, not too interested in too many of the guys up top. I mean, we talked about LeBron already. Okay with Blake. I don't necessarily know if we're going to need him here. I think I'm leaning more towards Drummond at first look in that scenario, but I think Blake is fine. 7'9". JaMychal Green, like we said, is 6'8", man. I don't think I can do it, man. Like, there's a good chance that San Antonio blows these guys out. And while I know JaMychal Green's not going to have a choice, they're going to have to play him. Like, that was Orlando. Like, this is San Antonio. Like, you know what I mean? It's still Popovich. So San Antonio is not like great. I know that right now, but still, it's like Memphis. Yeah, that's just too expensive on DraftKings 6'8", but 6'1" on FanDuel does make a lot of sense. I think. Pau Gasol's price is up.
You know where San Antonio is in the standings?
Do I know? No, I don't know.
They're pretty good.
Yeah. Well, you know what I mean. Like they're not the same San Antonio team. Like, they're not blowing guys out like they used to. They're winning. Yeah. It's still Popovich, but
it's amazing. Yeah. That their best player has been out for the entire year, pretty much.
Yeah, man, it's incredible, man. That just goes to show you, like, and on top of that, like, he's having problems with LaMarcus Aldridge anyway. Like, he's dealing with that. Doing it still, like, his team is just. LMA don't play. Like, it literally doesn't matter. If it's crazy. Like, anybody could sit out, and the Spurs still are a good team. But yeah, I think Bobby Portis is 6'2" on DraftKings, and I could be interested in a guy like him. I know that you weren't really digging him, but
7'4".
Oh wow, what? What?
Yes,
he is 7'4" on FanDuel.
Yes.
Oh my gosh! Now you want to FanDuel just put their nuts on the table. I mean,
there ain't no way. You want somebody that's gonna be no owned? He should be no owned. Goodness gracious.
Bobby Portis is 6'2" on DraftKings. So wow! Oh my gosh! On DraftKings, I think you can get away with that. I think there is some upside there. Still, just because like he's played Boston in the past and he's only played like 20 and 23 minutes and he's still put up in the 30s. So if he did happen to get another 30-something minute run like he did in his last game, I think he could do some damage to a team like Boston who really struggles against centers. But wow, oh my gosh, whoa. Moving down to Value Town Cash. Let's just move down there. I don't even know what to say after that. I can't. It's Bobby Portis is 7'7". You said.
7'4".
Either way, 7'4". Wow.
And Marketing is 5'9". I mean, Marketing is guaranteed the minutes.
Man, that's insane.
I need to see how many minutes Tristan Thompson. I need to really figure this out, like, because if Larry Nance is like, if he's 50% owned, you know what I'm saying, 50, 45, 40. Maybe I still play him, but if he's gonna be like it was like kind of like the Dwayne Wade situation the other day when I thought he was gonna be 67% on, I'm like, no, I don't care. He's the best player on the slate. I said it in my article. I was like, he's the best player on the slate, and I completely faded him, and I did not have a very good day because he went off. But if Larry Nance Jr. is gonna be 60, 70 or more percent owned, I'm just gonna fade it. I don't give a damn. I'm not going to play Larry Nance Jr. at 70% ownership. It's just not going to happen. I don't care. I will lose. I would much rather lose than play a 70% owned dude that's name is Larry Nance Jr. It's just the way it is. There's nothing else for me to say. He's a good play, but I'm probably going to be fading. What else? Oh man, they finally raised Jabari Parker's price. He's over 5,000.
Bastards indeed.
If Ingram is out, I kind of like Kuzma because he could play the 3 or the 4. Play both positions. It's 5'6". I like that. I like that some. Lauri Markkanen I like because he's on fire from the field. He could have a big game because he's going to play minutes. And he's finally under 6K, which is good. I don't even want to say his name.
Don't say it.
Marcus Morris has been actually playing very, very, very well.
That wasn't the guy you were talking about, was it? Okay, good. I was going to say, because I like Marcus Morris.
I was talking about the Chief.
Okay.
You know who the Chief is?
Who's the Chief?
Al-Farouq Aminu.
Okay. Oh, yeah, the Chief. Okay, the Chief, yeah. He's been a little irrelevant for a while, but he has upside.
Man. Marcus Morris has been playing well, and he's been playing minutes. Yeah. Like, he's had 30 minutes or more. 3 of the last 4 games, 4 of the last 6. He has over 30 when one of those, 2 of those, 27, 25, 26. He has 1 dud against the Knicks of all teams.
I know, right?
So I do like that. I like that. If he's popular, I like Jay Crowder. Jay Crowder was balling for me the other day.
Oh, yeah.
He had 21 at halftime, and then he did nothing in the second half and finished 24. But in my opinion, I don't think Derek Favors can stop Aaron Gordon. And is Derek Favors going to do enough on the other end to punish Aaron Gordon in the post for him to stay on the court? I would guess no, because there's Rubio, there's Mitchell, there's Gobert. So I don't think they're just going to be dumping it down to Favors in the post to go to work on Aaron Gordon. So I could see Jay Crowder playing a little extra minutes and him playing less. Kelly Olynyk, I hate you after you're 6. Despise you, dude. And then he put up a 31. I knew it. I was just waiting for that. I was just waiting for that to load.
It was against Detroit, right? He always whoops that ass. He crushes him every time.
I hate him. Ed Davis against the Lakers, I like as a sneaky play. I'm playing really well. And that's my kind of game for him. Up pace, lots of rebounds, lots of putbacks. I like that. Bertans, if the magician is out, you could do that, but whatever. Dragon Bender, you suck. Jonathan Isaac is finally back. He's not playable in DFS though. That's it. Jeff Green is going to be out. What in the hell is Cleveland going to do? I don't know what they're going to do. Larry Nance is probably going to play a crap ton of minutes.
Saying. And what happens if Larry Nance gets in foul trouble?
You're going to see. What I see is
have to strap up.
I see Drummond eating Larry Nance Jr. I see Drummond eating Zizic, and then I see LeBron. And then I see him eating LeBron because LeBron is the third choice. Like, there's no other choice besides that. They have nobody else.
He's like the next that has the strength. Guy. He's like
I know, and he's probably stronger than Zizic. Yeah. Like, he might be stronger than Larry Nance Jr. But he's the third option. Like, there's no other. There's nothing behind him. They don't even have another option behind LeBron to get down there with Drummond. It should be fun to watch.
Yeah. Absolutely. Crowder is the guy that really, really pops out to me. I know that, like, even on DraftKings, he's like 4.8. So, like, you might look at that and say, his price came up. And I get it, because even though he's done well, he was doing well at his price, which was cheap. But what I like you said, the minutes have been consistent, man. 26, 28, 29, 28, 27. Maybe they use him a little bit more here to keep up with Aaron Gordon. On top of that, it's not just the minutes. Since coming to Utah, his usage, they're actually using the guy. It's insane. 26, 28, 22, 28, 26, 26. When he's in the game, they're actually using him. He's taken double-digit shot attempts in every game. Every game since playing for Utah. So, yeah, I'm with it. On top of that, like you said, like, this could be a situation where they need him defensively also because of a guy like Aaron Gordon. Like, I love it, man. I really like Jay Crowder. He stands out. Like, we can talk about Kuzma. If Ingram's out, I think he's fine. We could talk about,
Jarrell
Martin. That's another guy. What's his price on FanDuel?
4.7. And he has 34 in 2 of the last 3.
I can't believe FanDuel let this slide, man.
I know. He's playing major minutes, too. Like, he was a fade the other day for me because I didn't think his minutes was going to go up because he was playing 34, 36. He's playing minutes, so his minutes wasn't going to go up. His minutes actually went down. I think that was a Denver game.
Yeah. Yeah, DraftKings priced him up to 5.3, which is still not out of range. Like, he's still capable, like, still okay, I think. But like, you're probably playing Nance over him, I would think. Would you play Nance over Martin?
I'm the biggest Jarrell Martin fan in the world.
So you would sure as hell.
I love this guy. I love this guy before he ever even stepped on the court this year. I watched him last year and I loved him. I love that guy. You know. I know you know because I always talk about his ass. I love that guy. So I'm biased.
I know. He's in play. He is. Not going to say he's not. And I'm curious, like, I would think that, who do you think is more popular, Nance or him?
Oh, Nance.
Because it's just Cleveland, right? Because it's like, you know.
Yeah, and because there's other dudes on Memphis to go to.
Yeah. People don't like
on Cleveland.
That one team.
It's Nance. Yeah. Like, the only dude that you are just gravitating to when you got McLemore and Kobe and then Martin and Brooks and Marc Gasol, which we didn't even talk about. Like, there's so many guys that you could go to, but on the Cavs, it's Nance, and that's it because they don't got no other bigs.
Right. It's gonna be interesting. We'll have to see where we land tomorrow. In the meantime, Cash, take us over to centers. Take us all the way through. Let's get the center rundown in, and we will get up out of here.
I didn't mention James Johnson. He's in the nut spot. It's not in Phoenix, but it is still Phoenix. I like him way more than Olynyk, but it could be Olynyk too.
Yeah.
One of them powerful.
Yeah.
Drummond.
That's a great call with Neck Tat. Don't ever want to forget Neck Tat.
He's just so cheap. He's like 4'8" or 4'9", I think it was. Right. Andre Drummond. Ooh-wee. If, say, LeBron James keeps this game close by himself, which could definitely happen. I could see that happen. Andre Drummond could go for 80. Like, he could literally have a 30-30 game. Like, he could grab 30 rebounds and have 30 points. And, oh, man. How popular are you going to be today?
It's got to be. DraftKings, he's under 10K on DraftKings. Like, he's 9.5. He's got to be super popular.
He had, I would call that a 60. I'll round that up. So that's 2 60s in the last 4 games.
You know, the last time he put up when he played Cleveland, he had 71 DraftKings points when he played Cleveland earlier this year.
Yeah. Like I just said, I think he has 80-point upside here today.
Yeah.
So a dude with 80-point upside, you gotta like. I mean, I literally think his upside is 80, and it could be more, but I would not be shocked if he went out and put up 82 on it.
It's insane.
And man, I like him a lot. I mean, there's just no way you cannot like Andre Drummond today.
Yeah, I think I've said Andre Drummond's name like 5 or 6, like in almost every position. I think I couldn't help but mention his name at least once.
What if Marc Gasol misses? Wow, would that be something?
And then we wouldn't
then
get
they
the brother matchup.
Then they really. Oh man, I think this was a game earlier in the year when he was gonna miss and then played because it was his brother. If he misses, then man, all bets off the table. You just load up on cheap Memphis dudes. Because at least if Marc Gasol is playing, like maybe he just eats it all up and tries to do everything. If Marc Gasol misses, man, it's just I don't think he's gonna miss though. I think he rested his last game. I think he's gonna play. I think he missed the last game so he could play this one. So I like him, which I hate to say because I hate him. Hassan Whiteside. He's in a good spot. I don't want to play chalk Hassan Whiteside, but probably gonna be too chalky. Pau Gasol, yes. If the magician is out, you best believe it. We'll be all over that. I was all over last time. You got me at 55, I believe it was.
Against the Lakers, his old team.
Had a really good team that day. Just started falling because it didn't have no Westbrook or no Portland OKC exposure. He got a 50. If Magician is out, I like him. Magician is in. I don't like him as much, but he's still in play. But he is kind of steep. I don't like to play him over 6. Miles Turner. This is the same matchup where I really liked him on the show, this first look show, and then I didn't like him as much the next day at all. Like I played Vooch that day. He got a 25. It's the same matchup though, so he's in a good spot. This time he's at home, correct? Yes. I like him. I don't think he would be as popular today. Nurkic, I'd rather die. Alex Lynn. If Mr. Walker, Grandpa is still out against Hassan Whiteside, I love to target guys against Hassan Whiteside. Look at that. He played 2 minutes today. He got a 2. That's hilarious. All in Alex Lynn day. No, I like Alex Lynn. Would love to know why he only played 2 minutes. That's hilarious. Deontay Davis is questionable too. The whole Memphis team is questionable. I don't know how these guys get away with this. You know, all of them ain't hurt. I mean, it's just Felicio. God. Oh, you so much. Greg Monroe had a big game.
Did he really?
Yeah, he did. I seen him the other day. He was passing me up.
Oh,
he got a 32.
He did. He got 19 minutes and put up a 31 against Houston.
Yeah. He played 20 minutes the day before and got a 23.
He put a whooping on him.
Is Baines out?
I think Theus was the one that's been hurt.
Did Coach finally figure out that Monroe is a better player than Aaron Baines?
Yeah, no, that's what happened. In the last game, it looks like Baines was available to play. Theus was expected to play, and he did not play. He goes healthy scratch just because he just ended up not playing because Monroe was on fire. So,
yeah, I mean, Boston is so good defensively; they don't have to have every defender. You know what I'm saying? They can have Monroe. Right. That's a liability.
Yeah, because he
could dominate on
because they got other guys that can make up for it.
Yeah, so I mean, I think he should play more, and I like it. If he's gonna be super low owned, I mean, he played 19 minutes and got over 30 fantasy points. So he's playing Chicago, which is Felicio.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, and Portis. I mean, he's gonna be playing against Portis as the backup. I mean, you gotta have interest there like that.
Yeah,
and that's it.
A good call with Monroe. Definitely wasn't even thinking about that. So definitely a good call there. On DraftKings, he's fine 3-7 as a punt option. Drummond is my favorite center by far. He will be tomorrow. Again, like you said, man, he's got some serious upside in this matchup. And the only way that he hurts us here is if for any reason he gets in foul trouble with Nance, which, I guess it could happen because Nance is athletic. It's possible. And Nance is an athletic kind of guy, so... that's the problem with Drummond. He's not very coordinated. That's like my one thing with Drummond. He's like, but yeah, I do like him a lot. He's under 10K. Expect him to be popular. So he's not a guy I'm going to go all in on, but he's a guy I like exposure to. The other guy I kind of like is Hassan Whiteside. I know the minutes have been a little flaky. 24 minutes against Detroit. Looks like 18 against the Lakers. Not promising, but I don't expect that to be a regular trend, especially I guess I got to see how healthy they are. But in the past, he's got, like last year, he put up a 52 against Phoenix, and earlier this year, in 28 minutes, he put up a 47. So he seems to match these guys. So he's 7-4 on DraftKings. In tournaments, I could take a couple lineups with him in there, just because of the history that stood out. But aside from that, man, like he pretty much, I'm with you, man. There's Drummond, and then and then there's everybody else. That's what it seems like. So real quick before we get into the top threes, I'm gonna let everybody know we do have a second sale. It'll be up in the morning. If you're watching it live, I don't think it's ready just yet. It'll be ready in about like 20 minutes after the show ends. I'll tell you that. But yeah, we do got a second sale for the MLB. Those of you that missed out on the early hour special, you're not going to be able to get it that cheap. The price has gone up, as I said it would. But we can still offer you the rest of the NBA and playoffs if you purchase the MLB season pass. So the full price of the MLB season pass is $174.99. Those of you that took advantage of the early hour special got a great discount. The price has gone up a little bit from there, but we are still giving you a chance to buy it at a discount. $149.99 after promo code Last Chance MLB with no spaces, and you can get the MLB package for $149.99. It's MLB full season and playoffs, and you will also get the rest of the NBA season and NBA playoffs. So this is another deal. Not going to be here forever again. The MLB season is starting at the end of the month, so this deal is not going to be that much longer. By the time the season comes, it'll be $174.99 for the rest of the season, and that's that. So take advantage of it. Second chance, last chance to get a deal. And those of you that took advantage of the early hour special, shout out to you guys. You guys did the wise move with the wise decision. Save yourself some dough. Obviously, check us out at whitestate.com. We got all kinds of things going on: NASCAR, golf. Things are coming with baseball. We got MMA. We got all kinds of things. We got you covered. But anyway, Cash, let's go ahead and let's do some top threes, man. Talk to me about some point guards, top threes.
Damian Lillard, Goran Dragic, Elfrid Payton.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with Dame with you. I'll go with Dame. I'll go with... If so many guys we like, and then all of a sudden... I'll go with Dame. I could be sold on some Rubio against Orlando. I definitely could. And I'll roll with Chris Dunn. I like what I've seen out of Chris Dunn. But there's a lot of guys. It's hard to pick one, but there's a few guys that you like there. Shooting guard.
KCP, McLemore, Devin Booker.
I'll go with Kobe Simmons, at least on DraftKings. I'll go with McLemore also on DraftKings. I'll probably play them both over there. And then I'll go with KCP also. Really like what I'm seeing out of him. And I'm not crazy about the guys up top. Small forwards, Cash.
LeBron freaking James. Josh Richardson and Justice Winslow.
Yeah, I like that call. DraftKings, I'll go with James Ennis at 3-4. I'll go with Reggie Bullock also at 4-6. I think that one I like on both sides. And then LeBron James, man, like you said. Power force.
Damn it, man. I would say I'll say Ed Davis, Blake Griffin, and Kyle Kuzma.
I like it. I'll go with DraftKings. I'll go with Nance Portis, and I know Nance obviously very chalk. I know. I'll go with Nance Portis, and do like Marcus Morris a bit. I'll go with Kuzma also against Portland. It's because I do like Dame and gonna need somebody on the other side. Centers.
Andre Drummond and another Drummond and more Drummond and all the Drummond I can get. And oh my God, why did Alex Lynn play 2 minutes today? I'm gonna say Alex Lynn, and then I'm gonna say Greg Monroe.
I'm with you, man. Drummond. Love Drummond. He's going to be popular, so I'm going to have to think of some other guys to come up with. But Whiteside, there you go. There's a guy, right? And then I think that Yeah, I guess I'll go with same as Monroe, man. DraftKings, he's 3. I mean, how could I pass him up? He's like dirt cheap, and I can still play Drummond with him on DraftKings. So if you like him on FanDuel, we gotta like him on DraftKings, man. Damn, it's just.
I can't tell you how happy I am to open up Center and not see Julius Randle's name.
Yes, that is awesome. FanDuel, great job. It really sucked. It really sucked with him over there. Like, you know how like AD getting moved to power forward, I know that's something you weren't too happy with because of the ownership thing. But Randle is a guy that just does not belong there. Like, Randle belongs in the power forward spot. You know what I'm saying? He just belongs there. Anyway, man, if you're at this time, I'm just going to tell the nation, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that thumbs up. That like button means a lot to us. If you're listening on Podbean, give us a follow. If you're listening on iTunes, give us some 5-star reviews. Really helps us out. And, of course, if you are watching on Facebook, please like and share to support the Wise Take Nation. Cash and my man, any closing thoughts for the Wise Take Nation?
Not a damn word.
Not a damn word. I'm with it. I'm tired. About to go to bed. About to do some things. So, for CashinDFS, for myself, the entire Wise Take Nation, as always, good luck.
Yeah.